Thank you. My name is Matt Springer. I'm the founder and CEO of Clean Armor Technology, which is a company that designs and engineers high-performance UV curable coatings for multiple different industries. These systems are very unique. We've got patented protection. It is a 100% polymer baseline resin system that's designed to do outdoor and indoor protective coating systems throughout woods, metals, and plastics. We have product lines for aerospace interiors. We have product lines for the automotive industry. We have product lines for marine coatings, general wood construction, classical instrument systems, the like. We're here at the IWF Woodworking Convention, so it's all focused on our general wood product lines. We do have some displays that point towards the classical instrument systems that we've put together for pianos and stringed instruments. And they're engineered and designed, focused to go back and get all the good benefit of the performances of hard nitro lacquer, the types of characteristics and performances we've enjoyed for many years. We're starting to lose the capability of receiving those older fashioned and classical materials. They're getting harder to come by. They're being reformulated in a lot of senses to where they're not functioning. So processing, ease of application, tone and sound quality, things of that nature are at risk these days due to regulatory compliance issues that we're facing for hazard materials and environmental reasons. So what we've done is taken a polymer system that has been duplicated to do those very types of performance characteristics to provide, well, what we're looking for. So we've got general purpose wood line systems here from the DIY hobbyist all the way through processing for furniture grade builders and flooring. So we run roll coat applications, products for roll coat, chef automatic spraying, all the way down to your individual that wants to hand apply for general purpose furniture use.
Okay, awesome. Can you talk a little bit more about maybe specifically what part number or what product can be used for guitar finishing, so the viewer can know what to aim?
We have a classical instrument line, and it's an 800 number series line. So 810, 820 are the two basics. Are their clean resins. They are UV curable. They can be hand applied or sprayed. They're designed for modulus hardness, thin build application. They cure inside of 2 minutes under low energy UVA light that can either be used with Kuvo lighting, which is a brand of lighting systems that we've created and generated for that purpose. At the end of the build and the process, you're able to take a converting energy curable coating from days of dry times with our traditional solvent systems,
Just minutes, right?
just in 2 minutes per application. You can tint and you can go ahead and color these materials as well. So your processing steps are very, very efficient. Zero VOCs, there's no volatile organic compounds, there are no neurotoxins, there's zero HAPs, hazardous air pollutant releases. We are 100% emission free. EDS has followed it, which is environmental data sheets, so we're good to go into California across the board. So that's been a real big benefit, so for the speed of processing. But the ease of handling, the cutting, the sanding, the burnishing is particularly very important. We're working with very sensitive materials, very thin veneers, things of this nature. So it is an open system. It cannot, once it sees it's out of the can or on your rag or your spray gun, as long as we are not exposing it to UV light, ultraviolet A range light, it stays open. It cannot cure. So you can massage, you can manipulate, you can actually disperse it and deposit it exactly how you would like to.
Exactly.
So you're not on the clock, you're not rushed. We are no longer apprehensive about what we just applied and how that's going to cure or when and if it's going to cure. So we are in total control of these materials in our application steps.
So pot life is basically like infinite
Infinite pot life unless you expose it to UVA.
Right.
Which then immediately very, very easily converts from a wet to 97% converted.
Okay.
There's very little post-cure activity, so you're literally coming off the light on cure. You can powder sand, you can polish, you're ready for a second coat, third coat, fourth coat. It is not necessary to sand in between coats. These systems have been engineered to design with intercoat adhesion characteristics.
Like a wet on wet application, maybe?
No, cured on wet without having to cut and degloss. Best practices in most finishing applications, you would want to go ahead and deburr and degloss, but it's not necessary. You can stack this, and there's no limitation on dual coat. So you can go in between coats without sanding, or you can go ahead and degloss. That's up to you.
Okay. One very important question that guitar makers may be interested in. We usually use either nitrocellulose-based colors or urethane-based colors. Right. Is the product compatible to spray over those without having to scuff them?
Yes.
Okay.
And that's a good question. A lot of times we're running translucent tints and things of this nature for highlights and colors. Mm-hmm. So if you are using nitros and you're using urethane blends and tints, as long as they're fully cured and they're ready to receive another coating, that's when you're able to take Clean Armor's products and go right over the top of them.
Okay.
Without scuffing or disturbing your color patterns.
Right.
They'll adhere beautifully. It's an inert, solid resin system. It's non-permeable. You're not going to get water into it. It will not breathe. And there's some very good benefits to that. Yep. You're always going to have exhausting and evacuation of any solvents actually through the backside of most all substrates. Period. It all breathes to the backside. So it's important to understand that as long as your subcoats and your subcoatings and tints are very thoroughly cured and they're not leaking or happing off any tail solvents. And that's just a sniff test. You can still smell it. It's still pretty green.
Still green, yep.
Right. So wait till the odors go away, hand and feel look good, and then you're ready to go ahead and apply without having to abrade.
Okay, awesome. If somebody wants to reduce this product, is that possible first? And then what product do you use for reducing it? If you want like flow, let's say.
IPA, isopropyl alcohol, right out of the grocery store or commercial grades at 99%. So 91% we can find, and 99% we can find at commercial outlets.
And what will be the maximum percentage of reducing before it starts to lose like strength, let's say?
I don't recommend anything higher than 20%. Most of all the viscosities and rheologies are set pretty much RTS, ready to shoot or ready to apply, right out of the jug. There's no catalyzation. It's just pour and go. But if you do find that you want some leveling or flow out or better wetting, especially with people that like to thin down varathanes and whatnot for hand applications, yes, 5 to 7% IPA alcohol. Blends in very nicely. You'll actually see the water content and water droplets in the humidity in the air. Yeah. So you'll see some white spin in when you add alcohol, but it goes ahead and encapsulates the water and goes crystal clear. Again, being 100% solid polymer, you can apply in all weather conditions. Yeah, we're down here in Savannah with our training center, so we see some very high heat and high humidity days. We've applied a lot of our product lines well above 97% humidity, 110 degrees.
That's crazy.
Raining outside, and I'm 15 feet away from a door that's open, just pouring rain. Yep. And we don't have any blushing issues. We don't have any absorption. So those elements do not affect a 100% solid polymer resin. So we're an all-weather application.
So far, it looks like the perfect finish, you know? And just we are almost finishing because guitar makers also need all types of products like sealers, grain fillers. Do you guys offer that?
We do. In the 800 line, you'll find on our website and through our distributors that we have grain fillers, and they are set with viscosities of honey. So you can blade, you can massage, you can hand burnish, and you can get your grain filled in one application. And then we have the sealers. So if we want a thin water sealer to drop in and create a holdout, so we can hand rub those in, or we can lightly spray those in and airbrush those in. So we've given you 2 or 3 different types of approaches. with your grain fills. Loves to cut, loves to sand, loves to be burnished and polished. So yes, we have sealer systems to get your subcoatings down, your holdout systems put in place. We offer in matte, and satin, and gloss. You can interchange the glosses with the mattes, come up with your own, set sheen levels that create the look you're looking for. We can take and you can introduce urethane tints, acetone dyes, things of this nature that we normally are using on the raw woods to do our colors. You'll find that in our tint resins as well as our top coats, you can integrate color.
Okay.
Yes,
awesome.
It will spin in. You'll make your airbrushing colors. You can make your translucent tints. So
Right.
there's lots of things to play with, and lots of different configurations that you can come up with to do
Right.
the special applications of work that you're looking for.
So you can do like a candy finish
Sure.
using the top coat material. So you don't need to do like other people do, which is candy first and then a top coat. You can have that in one product.
One product. You can run your candies, you can run your metallics, you can run all your urethane and aniline dyes in there. You can create any type of artwork that you would like integrated in the system. And so it's encapsulated, it's there, and 2 minutes later, you're cured and you're ready to sand and polish or move on with another step application.
Amazing stuff. And last question, your son mentioned that you guys can tweak the formulation if somebody is interested in having like a proprietary finish for them. Is that possible, or you guys?
Well, we're not offering you proprietary. All the technology is proprietary and it's patent protected. If we are approached with an adjustment for whatever purpose or application step or processing, we'd entertain that if the size and volumes, depicted a need for that.
Yeah.
I do think that you're going to see that we've checked most of the big boxes. I've got a 40-year background in refinishing and finishing new. I'm affiliated with fairly sizable, very, very well-educated and highly experienced group of applicators and finishers. So I picked their brains. So when we designed this system, I think we got pretty close across the board from A to B, one step all the way through what you're looking for.
Right.
I want to mention one thing about the cutting and polishing of this material.
Sure.
It loves to cut. It doesn't tear, and that's a technical term. A lot of our solvent systems, they stay pretty green, and people wait a long time for them to get rigid enough because of the tail solvents that are still trapped. And everybody knows when you recut dried lacquer, it opens back up, and here comes more solvents. Those materials are fairly difficult to polish. They take a lot of labor, a lot of different steps. We're dealing with a cross-linked, 100% solid polymer system. So once you've set it and cured it, it is ready to be burnished. And so I've set the protocol up now with, you shouldn't need any more to start with flattening and denibbing at 1500 wet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Start at 15, jump straight to 3000 wet, and then go straight to your wool pad and your rouges.
Yep.
So it's a 3-step polishing system for high price.
Wow, that's amazing. I guess if you reduce it a little bit, you will have more flow and it will be even more smoother. So you start with a higher grit, right?
Yes. Well, no. Again, the materials have no solvents in them, so you're looking at a completely cured matrix of resin, solid polymer system that likes to cut. It doesn't tear and roll. So therefore, you don't have to run through the different grit stages and keep worrying about, starting at 800 or 1,000 and go to 12 and 15 and 2 and 2,500. Like a lot of products need to be worried very slightly in different grits to worry out the last, grit line or scratch, micro scratch you put in. These are optically clear-based resins, so they love to be burnished and polished. They're designed to be polished. So you'll really appreciate the fact that we can start at 15, go straight to 3, and get water clear appearances.
Right.
It's also 100% converted, so it can't shrink.
That's the beauty of it, yeah.
So what you set up right out of the gate when you're finished with your piece,
That's what you get.
that's what you get, and that's where it stays. It cannot physically move.
Right.
So
Anything that you might deem convenient for the video to mention, or
sure.
did you cover everything?
Avante is one of our best distributors here for classical instrument line. Very knowledgeable people, been in the industries for furniture and stringed instruments for over 40 years.
Okay.
Go out, see Matt, talk to him, give him a call, and he'll take good care of you when you want to run the classical instrument line from Clean Armor.
Okay, awesome. Well, Mr. Matthew, this has been an absolute pleasure. I'm excited to try this product because it's very convenient for small guys like us, or even big companies. That doesn't matter, And it's an incredible technology, and I'm gonna make some videos of the samples. The results are just amazing, So I appreciate your time. Thank you very much.
Very good. Thank you for coming by.